challenging has it been for you to carve out a career and keep, because the energy of the business is way different, I keep your face in front and center in front of people, and what steps did you take to make your dream come to reality?
That's a good question. I would have to say the way I got started is kind of different. I was raised in a household where there was no television.
Okay.
My mother considered the television, it's not because I'm old, it's just
she didn't want you guys sitting there, an idiot box. She probably thought
she called it an idiot
that's what
box.
a lot of people used to do.
She called it an idiot box. So we did not have a television in my house. But we had a desire to create, my brothers and sisters and I, so we would put on shows, and the shows would generally be us imitating my parents' friends.
Oh, wow.
So they were like, come in, sit down, they're gonna put on a show. And then we would imitate their friends, and their friends are like, You know, so that's how I got started, you know, just really getting my creative juices flowing. I just always liked to observe people, and I liked to imitate people, and I like to imagine what people's lives are like.
Yeah, I do
And then
too.
at one point, we got a television, I think a relative died or something, and we inherited a television. And I was really young, and I remember looking in the television and thinking to myself, I'm gonna be in that one day. I didn't know the mechanics of it.
That box,
yes, I thought I would be in it one day. Then my mother enrolled me in a performing arts high school in high school. And it was an after-school performing arts high school. And I did musical theater, and I loved it. But something in me thought that it wasn't good enough. Because my mother was very, she was into the civil rights movement. She was a socialist at one point, and she was really into having children that make a difference in the world. So I didn't know if you could really do that with performing. So after I finished with high school, I was on my way to Howard University in Washington, D.C., and I said, I'll major in psychology, but I'll minor in theater because I really want to help people. You know, I had that kind of thing going on, but it just called me. And while I was at Howard, I ended up joining a theater company that was started by Joseph A. Walker, the first black to win a Tony for the River Niger.
Oh yeah, okay.
And so that got my my juices flowing again, and I was like, no, you know what, I gotta do this. And then after that, I ended up skipping a few years being on Broadway and understudying LaChance, who won a Tony for The Color Purple in this musical called Once on This Island.
Which is a wonderful musical.
Wonderful musical.
Very good musical.
And I got to go on, and Felicia Rashad saw me, and she was just so complimentary of my performance afterwards. And she really encouraged me, because I was the understudy, and she encouraged me to like really just do the best that I could. And she told me how she had understudied for years, but when she made the decision that she didn't want to understudy anymore, then she was able to take lead roles. And I just noticed as I did a lot of theater earlier in my career that because my intention was to really encourage people in their lives, somehow people in the audience would read that. It didn't matter what the play was. I mean, I did a play once where I was playing a stripper, and I actually stripped in the play. And people afterwards would say, you gave me so much courage. I don't know whether it's because they thought my body was whack, I don't know what it was, but they were like, you gave me so much courage. And I was like, that was my intention, to make people feel no matter what field you're in, that you can do anything that you want.
Right.